Hi, this is Stats Trader. My name is Pasha, and welcome to my YouTube channel. So I started trading stocks in February 2020, and I was able to turn $950 into roughly $16,000. Now let's just jump into my computer and let's review all three accounts that I use to trade stocks every single day. Here are my three main accounts that I use. This first account is Interactive Brokers. I have $6,313 here, and this account had the biggest percentage gain over the year, so I made over 500% on this account profit. This Interactive Brokers account I use mainly for locating shares to short and sometimes for dip buys. It's actually a pretty good broker. It's not great in terms of short locating, but it's pretty decent. Now, my second account is Webull. On this account, I have $5,471, and I also had a decent gain here on this account. And I use this account mainly for also short selling strategies. And Webull are actually really great for locating hard to borrow shares to short. So I mainly use it again for shorting, and sometimes I use it for options. If, let's say, stock was overextended too much, I might buy some options, and I use Webull for that. And my very last account is E-Trade, and on this account I have $1,600, almost $1,700, and I use it exclusively for OTC stocks. It's over-the-counter stocks, and I use it for OTC dip buy and sometimes shorting strategies. Okay, so here was a very brief review. The main thing about this YouTube channel is a 100K challenge. So basically, I'm gonna take $13,000 that I have in three of my brokerage accounts, and I'm gonna grow them eventually to $100,000. Now you'll see me live trade. I'm gonna record every single trade, and I'll do trade analysis where I show you exactly why I enter this particular stock, why I buy it or sell it. And also I'm gonna show you how I do my stats tracking and how to really build your Excel spreadsheets to test your strategies and to become a profitable trader. Now let's go ahead and start the bonus part of this video. So I'm gonna share the strategy that made me 200% in the month of February and March alone, right when the whole pandemic happened. So let's go ahead and jump to my computer, and I'm gonna show you the strategy. So what would you see a lot in February and March 2020 is you would see a stock that opens with a gap down, and then it has a massive panic. But what I've noticed was right after this panic, at some point, there was always some kind of a bounce back. So, and I started tracking statistics. So I wanted to know how much on average stocks drop. And after gathering enough of data, I figured that 30% or more was the optimal drop for this strategy. So I would literally wait for a stock to drop 30%, and then I'm waiting for this big green candle or any kind of big push up. I would buy this stock, and I would set a stop loss right here, right below the local low. And I would take this 10, 15, 20, sometimes 30% profit. In this case, you see that stock went up as much as 60%, which was not always the case, but particularly in February and March, this strategy was working very great, and I made over 200% just trading this strategy alone. Now, these are the things that I track for this particular strategy, and each of these things I'm gonna say is extremely important when you're trying to exponentially grow your account. First of all, like I said before, you need to know this drop percentage wise, because later on you're gonna form the average of these drops, and it's gonna be a separate column in Excel. That's how you can predict how much the stock can drop, like the max drop percentage, for example. Another thing is you need to know the bounce percentage. So after this particular pattern happens, you gather the percentage of the bounce from the very bottom, and I would say till the end of the first bounce. Then also I track what time the pattern happened. It's very important because I figured that 70 to 80% of my profitable trades for this particular pattern, they happen between 9:30 a.m. till 11:30 a.m. New York time. So again, that helps me to cut out all the losers. And if I see this pattern happening, let's say after 11 a.m. New York time, I'm probably not gonna trade it. Also, I track how long it took for the stock to drop. It's important because now I know that, let's say a stock drops, it takes 3 hours for a stock to drop 30-40%. Most likely I'm not gonna buy it back because it's just not likely to have a decent bounce for me to buy in the first place. So yeah, these are the things that I track for this particular pattern. Oh, almost forgot, I also track volume, and I create different kind of ratios with volume that help me make a educated trading decision. Also, I track things like the float. Float is basically the supply of a stock. It's extremely important. Again, the volume and the time, the shares outstanding, the market cap, all of these things are extremely important. Alright, thank you guys for watching. Subscribe to my channel, leave a comment if you have any questions, and I'll see you next week.